Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 postseason is on the air. Tonight, we are at Memorial Stadium. This is Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the Minnesota Twins and the Baltimore Orioles. The Twins were the American League wild card champions as they defeated the Detroit Tigers in the wild card game. The Baltimore Orioles are the #1 seed throughout the entire postseason here, and so the World Series goes through Memorial Stadium. They were the best team in the replay and probably maybe really the best team on this board. But we're about to find out what happens tonight as these two teams will now begin their ALDS. And this is also the final Game 1 of this round. So we will see what happens as we now go into more of exciting action here. So we're hopefully going to have a good game. Phoenix Knight, Craig Scarborough, and Brian B. are first to join us here at Memorial Stadium. So the Twins and the Orioles. The Twins, the wild card champs for the American League. The Orioles, the #1 seed. What's going to happen tonight? Well, only the dice and inside pitch will tell us that. Let's go ahead and get started. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles. Even though Mike Cuellar really might have been the best pitcher that year, I'm still giving it to this guy. Gentleman Jim Palmer, 16 wins, 4 losses, 2.34 ERA, 123 strikeouts, 63 walks, and I don't think anybody here will have a problem if I say that Jim Palmer definitely was one of the greatest of all time. He will go ahead and be the #1 starter for the Orioles as we start this game. So the Twins are here in Baltimore for games 1 and 2. As I said, they are the higher seeds. So 1, 2, and 5 will be at Memorial Stadium. 3 and 4 will be back at Metropolitan Stadium. But let's see what the Twins can do tonight. We saw what the Pirates did to the Cubs last night. Can the Twins do the same thing against an even better Baltimore team? Let's go to the top of the first and find out. Leading off for the Twins will be the center fielder, Ted Uhlaender. He was 2 for 5 in their wild card game. We are at Memorial Stadium. It's a neutral park, favors pitchers. 133 home runs, -2 to strikeouts, -1 to walks. We're going to use orange, white, and black dice. Orioles are the home team. Not an empty seat anywhere. The 69 Orioles, the 69 Twins. What will happen tonight? Let's find out. Palmer, 3-6, strikeout 9. That's too high. Uhlaender, 6-3, and that is a ground ball to the shortstop. And that will be handled by Mark Belanger, and over to first it goes. 1 out, and that will bring up the second baseman, Hall of Famer, Rod Carew. And I know we won't have a problem saying he is also one of the greatest of all time. 332 average. He was 1 for 5 in the wild card game. You're wearing a suit and a hat. In 69, you dress up. Palmer, 5-6, range play. Carew, 5-1. That's a single to right field. Going after that is Frank Robinson. His range is a 2. That's going to be a base. That's going to be a base hit. That will be a single to right for Carew. And Carew gets a base hit. He'll hold it first. And now the infield will go to double play. Next batter is the right fielder, Hall of Famer, Tony Oliva. I have no problem with him being in the Hall of Fame. 309 average, 24 homers, 101 RBIs. He was 2 for 5 in the first game. Jeremy Brooks, XSG2, and DB join us here at Memorial Stadium. Carew on it first, and he will stay there. Palmer, 6-4, error on a grounder. Oliva, 1-1. That's hit to center field against a righty. That's a 5, and that's going to be a double for Tony Oliva. Center fielder is Paul Blair. His error rating is a 4. He will not make an error, so it'll be normal runner advancement. Rod Carew, base runner 4. Hit to center. hit the set, and that's a what was that? That was a double. So a double to center, -1. A 1-3. Carew will score, and he won't. Carew will put on the brakes and stop at third. So runners at second and third here for the Twins early. And now that will bring up the first baseman, the big man himself, Hall of Famer, Harmon Killebrew. Yes, one of the greatest home run hitters of all time. He is 1 for 4 for the Twins. Let's see one thing here. 1 for 4 for the Twins. Killebrew also does have a home run in the postseason. He has one already. So runners at second and third, they're going to call the infield in early here, and we'll see what happens. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Palmer, 3-1 against a righty, a strikeout plus 10. That's a 19, and that's going to be too high. Killebrew, 2-3, and that's a ground ball to short. Rod Carew's base running rating becomes a 2 on a grounder to short. You got a 50% chance for him to get there, and they are going to send him. The throw is going to come. The throw, you know what? Do they take the short route at first, or they try to throw to the plate? I know it's really early in the game here. Question is, what do you do here? Do you throw to the? Do you think the Orioles will take the short route? Or do you think they try to get Carew out? He would be safe on a 1, 2, or a 6. What do you think there, guys? Try to take the short route and make it 2 outs, or try to get him out at the plate? What does somebody have an idea here for me? It's early, very early in the game. Craig Scarborough says throw home, and they're going to do that. So Killebrew will make first if it's not a 6. So a 1 or a 2, Carew is safe. A 3, 4, or 5, he is out. And it's a 6. So Carew is going to score. And the only play they had was to first to get Killebrew. So it's out number 2. The run scores. Oliva, his base running rating was a 4, and he will hold at second. But the Twins take the early lead 1-0. So the run scores, and that will go as a grounder to short, and there are 2 away. So Oliva stays at second base, but the Twins have a quick 1-0 lead. And the next batter will be the left fielder, Rich Reese. He is 1 for 4 for the postseason. He also has a bomb. Oliva on at second, nothing happening. Palmer, 2-6, strikeout, 16 will miss. Reese, 2-1, that's a grounder to second base, taken care of there by Davy Johnson. He will throw to first for the out and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits. The Twins are on the board first here in this game, but they did get the out. As Philip Reynolds joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Starting pitcher for the Minnesota Twins, their number 2 starter, Dave Boswell. He had a record of 20-12, 3.23 ERA, 190 strikeouts, 97 walks. I don't know about you, but there is nothing wrong with that stat for the year. Leading off for the O's in the bottom of the first will be the left fielder, Don Buford. And this Oriole lineup is just massive. 291 average, 11 homers, 64 RBIs, and 69. So Boswell will pitch. 3-5, strikeout 7, cold strike 3 on Buford. He got him. And that will be the first K for Boswell, 1 down. And now the center fielder, Paul Blair, 285 average, 26 homers, 76 RBIs that year. Boswell, 5-5, strikeout 12 will be high. Blair, 2-3, and that's a line out right to third. That's grabbed by Cesar Tovar, and that's the second out. And that will bring up one of the greatest of all time. I'm pretty sure no one has a problem with it. Mr. Frank Robinson. He is in right field. 308 average, 32 homers, 100 RBIs. Yes, he was definitely one of the GOATs. Boswell, 6'4", possible error. Robinson, 5'1", That's not a net. That is an infield single or an error to second base. That ball is hit to Rod Carew. His error rating is a 9. That's a 6. He's going to misplay it, and that is going to be an error. That is going to be a throwing error, actually, on Carew, and Robinson will take second base. So that will be an error. That will be an E4. And I'll send Robinson to second. That is the new rule on the S, on an E question mark. So that is an infield single with a thrower. I either call it an error or a single, and I call that an error. I just still don't like infield singles and then be giving an error. I just don't like that. So that'll be the first error on the Twins as Robinson goes to second. And now we'll bring up the first baseman, Boog Powell. He was ripped. 304 average, 37 homers, 121 RBIs. John Haverly joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Strategy, nothing on the 16. Boswell, 1-2 against the lefty. Walk, the 14 is high. Powell, 1-6, and against a righty, it's a ground ball to second. This time, Carew will get that, and he will toss it over and retire the side. Nothing across except, actually, no runs, no hits. There was an error, but the Orioles could not do anything with it. 1-0 in favor of the Twins. Top of inning number 2. Leading off for the Twins will be the third baseman, Cesar Tovar. He was 1 for 4 in the wild card games they played. Palmer, 5-4. Against a righty, it's an automatic out, and that will be a fly out to right. Frank Robinson will pick that up with no trouble. Next up is the shortstop, Leo Cardenas. He was 1 for 4 in the game against the Tigers. Doug Hunt and David Vega join us here at Memorial Stadium. Palmer, 6-2. Range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 1-5. And that's a blank. It will be a rare play with a range play at the park. So rare play, bases empty. And that is a 35. Grounded to third base who throws off line. Resolve as a range play for the first baseman. And that's Powell. His range is a 4. That is a 2. And he was successful. If successful range check, roll for error when first baseman tags batter. If E3, batter gets first. So if I got that right, grounded to third base who throws off line, resolve play as range play. So Powell made the range play, so it's successful. Roll for error to see if first baseman tags batter. Well, Powell's error rating is a 4. That's a 5. You will not make an error. He will tag the batter and get the out. I think I did that right, as he's added some new range plays to the version 4 beta, and that will be a ground out. What was that now? That was a ground out to, it was a grounder to first, right? Grounder to first, so he makes the play, and that is out number 2. Interesting one there. That'll bring up the catcher, John Roseborough. He was 2 for 4 in the game against the Tigers. Palmer, 3-6, strikeout, 20 is high. Roseborough, 2-2, base hit, hits one past short. Roseborough keeps the inning going. Remember, those range plays, those rare plays could mean a possible injury. Remember, injuries are full-time in my postseasons. Now we'll see the pitcher, Dave Boswell, a 170 average. He had 2 bombs and 9 RBIs in 69, so he's capable of hitting. Strategy roll for Roseborough, he'll stay put. Palmer, 2-5, walk, 13 is too high. Boswell, 1-4, and that's flied to center field. And Paul Blair says he'll get it, and he'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Twins. And we will go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Orioles will be the greatest fielding third baseman of all time, Mr. Brooks Robinson, the human vacuum cleaner. 234 average, 23 homers, 84 RBIs in 69. Yeah, I've had a few injuries in some postseasons past. Boswell, 1-3, walk 6, ball 4. He walks Brooks. So Robinson trots to first walk given up by Boswell. And now the second baseman, Davey Johnson, future World Series championship manager. 280 average, 7 homers, 57 RBIs. Robinson on at first, and he will stay there. Boswell, 2-1, and against a righty, it's a blank. Johnson, 5-3, and that's a grounder to short. 3-3-4. Second base pivot, Carew 0, 1-4. They got it, 2 outs. Johnson grounds out into the 6-4-3, 2 away. As Boswell gets a little help from the twin killing. And now the shortstop, Mark Belanger, 287 average, 2 homers, 50 RBIs. Mike in the Truck joins us here at Memorial Stadium. He is the official executive technician for RJL Network, by the way. Boswell, 4-1, error on a throw. Belanger, 4-4. Nope, that's a fly out to left. And that will be Rich Reese getting to that. He'll make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. 1-0 Twins after 2. Game 1 of this ALDS between these two teams. We go to the top of the third. And the top of the order for the Twins. Here's Ted Eulander. Remember, these two actually did meet in the American League Championship Series in 1969. They actually did meet historically, and that was a best-of-5 at the time. This is also a best-of-5, our division series. Eulander is 0-for-1. Palmer, 3-3, strikeout. 14 will be too high. Eulander, 6-5, against the righty. Eulander hits one into center field, and that's going to be a double. Eulander will smack himself a double. He'll get to second, and a run at second base for Carew. Carew got a single his first time up. Infield is back. Strategy, nothing on the 7. Eulander stays where he is. Palmer, 6-5, against the lefty. That's a blank. Carew, 2-5, and that's a fly ball to center field. Paul Blair says he'll get it. He will make the catch for out number 1. Eulander, base runner 4, hit to center, -1, and Blair a -2. The only way he can take third is on a 1, and he does. Just deep enough, and Eulander slides into third base and takes the extra base. So Eulander will go to third. It will now bring up Oliva. Oliva got a double his first time up. Infield is in. Strategy roll for Eulander. He stays put. Palmer, 5-1, strikeout 11, too high. Oliva, 6-2, base hit right past second base, and the Twins get another run. Stadium groans. Another RBI for Tony Oliva. He's got 2 of them tonight. He had 101 of them that year in 69. And the Twins have a 2-0 lead on the Orioles. Almost looks like what happened last night between the Pirates and the Cubs. And now here comes Killebrew. Killebrew is 0-for-1. Infield back to double play, but now a 2-0 Twins lead. Strategy, nothing on the 11. Oliva will stay put. Palmer, 2-3, error on a throw. Killebrew, 4-3, against a righty. That's a ground ball right back to Palmer. Palmer's error rating is an 8. That's a 4. He's making a throwing error. Question is, where did it go? So Killebrew, a double play of 4. -1 is 3, hit to the pitcher. And Killebrew's, let's see, second base would be pivot, and that would be Johnson, a +1. A 1-4, this would have been a double play. It is a 6, so the throw goes to first. Now, it is a throwing error. First baseman is Powell. His range is a 4, and he will prevent the ball from getting past him, so the runners will only move up 1 base. So that is an E1 on Palmer, and that's the first error on the Orioles. And Palmer makes a bad error, throwing it to first base. Powell, lucky, does prevent it from getting past him, so the runners will only move up one. And now the batter will be Reese. Reese is 0 for 1. Infield still a double play here. 2-0 in favor of the Twins. Strategy. Nothing on the 11. Palmer will pitch. 1-5. Range play. Reese. 1-6. That's a single past second, but it's a range play for Davy Johnson. His range is a 3. Nope, it's going to be a base hit. That will be a single. Oliva will come in. He will score. Killebrew will hold at second base. Reese goes to first. RBI single, and the Twins have a 3-0 lead. Stadium groans. RBI single by Rich Reese. And they're going to go talk to Palmer on the mound right now and see what's up and saying, hey, look, if my guys cannot make errors, maybe I'd already be out of this inning. Next batter is Tovar. Tovar is 0 for 1. Infield still a double play. And now it's a 3-0 lead for the Twins. Fans here in Baltimore right now know how the fans in Chicago felt last night so far. Strategy, nothing on the 18. Palmer. 6-6. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium. 5-4. And that, of course, is going to be a double to right field. Killebrew will score. Reese, base runner 3, double to right, -2. He scores on a 1. He will not. He'll hold it third. Tovar to second. 4-0 Twins. Stadium groans. RBI double by Tovar. Runner still at second and third. Here's Cardenas. I don't know. Maybe Palmer doesn't have it tonight. Kind of like Bill Hands of last night. Cardenas is 0 for 3. They're going to keep the infield in. Still early in the game, though. We're only in the third. But right now, Palmer having problems getting out. Strategy roll. And that's a 20. Palmer can only balk. He doesn't. So Palmer will go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 2-5. Walk, 11. That's high. Cardenas, 3-4. That's a fly ball to left. That'll be caught by Buford. And that is out number 2. Cardenas, sacrifice fly of 3. Hit the left, +1 is 4. He will bring in Reese. Reese will come in to score. Tovar, base runner 5. Hit the left, -2. Buford +1. A 1-4. Tovar will take third. And he will. So Tovar takes third, and the Twins now have a 5-0 lead. So that will go as a sacrifice fly for Cardenas. And the batter now is Roseboro. Roseboro got a single his first time up. Tovar on at third. 2 outs now, but now a 5-0 lead for the Twins. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Palmer, 3-3, strikeout 9. That is too high. Roseboro, 2-4, and he grounds it to first. That'll be handled by Powell. He'll take it to the bag himself and retire the side. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 huge error, 1 sacrifice fly. And the Twins have a 5-0 lead here. And right now, Orioles fans know how Cubs fans felt last night. Still a long way to go, though. Bottom of the third. And leading off for the Orioles will be the catcher, Ellie Hendricks. He is a platoon player. I have him going against right-handed starters. 244 average, 12 homers, 38 RBIs. He platoons with Etchebarren as Etchebarren goes against the lefties. Boswell will pitch. Boswell, 2-2. That's a blank. Hendricks, 4-4. That's flied to right field. And Oliva says he'll get him and get it. 1 out. That brings up the pitcher, gentleman Jim Palmer. Not a bad hitter, though. 203 average and 6 RBIs in 69. He will still pitch. Or bat, I should say. Boswell, 1-6. Walk plus 10. And he will walk him. He walks Palmer. Palmer will trot to first. And that is the first walk issued by, actually the second walk issued by Boswell. And now the top of the order for Buford. Buford's 0 for 1. Infield is at double play. Palmer on at first, and he will stay there. Boswell, 6-5 against a switch left. That is an automatic out. And that's a grounder to short. 1-1-2. Second base, pivot Carew, 0, 1-2. No. Palmer thrown out at second. Buford will make first, and it will be a fielder's choice. It keeps the inning alive, though, for Blair. Blair is 0 for 1. 2 outs here, bottom of the third. And no, do not adjust your stream there. The Twins do lead 5-0 on the Orioles. Strategy, nothing on the 14. Boswell, 5-1, strikeout 4, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. That is the second strikeout for Boswell. Nothing across except a walk. 5-0 Twins after 3. And the fans here at Memorial Stadium right now cannot believe it. Top of the fourth. Leading off for the Twins will be Dave Boswell, and he's 0 for 1. Palmer will pitch. He's got to try to calm down here. Palmer having a rough start. Palmer, 5-4 against a righty. It's an automatic out, and it will be a fly out to center field. Taken care of there by Blair. 1 away. And now Eulander. He's 1 for 2, got a double and scored his last time up. Palmer, 6-1, strikeout 3, and that will be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that, believe it or not, is the first strikeout for Palmer in this game. 2 down. And now Carew, and he's 1 for 2 with a single. Palmer, a 3-1 against the lefty. It's a blank. Carew, 3-1. That's a grounder to second base. Davey Johnson will go ahead and get that. And he will throw it over and retire the side. First time the Twins are retired in order. Much better inning for Palmer. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Leading off for the O's will be Frank Robinson. And he reached on an error his first time up. Boswell, 4-3. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 5-6. That is a home run to the pull side against a righty. Robinson needs a 19. That's a 12. And that's also the first hit of the game for the Orioles. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Frank Robinson. And the Orioles are finally on the board on a solo bomb by Frank Robinson. And it will be 5-1 now as the O's are on the board. Could be the start of something there. Always feels good when one of the, I said this before, and I think we agree, it always feels good when one of the greatest of all, when you play cards and dice, it always feels special when one of the greatest of all time or Hall of Famers, they hit the bomb. Here's Powell. Powell is 0 for 1. Now a 5-1 ball game. Boswell, 1-4. Range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 3-4. Fly ball to center field. That ball is hit to Ted Eulander. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to drop, and that is going to be a base hit. Powell will wind up with a single, and he will head to first. And now here's Brooks Robinson. He walked his first time up. Infield double play. Powell on at first. and he will stay there. Boswell, 2-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Robinson, 6-2. That's a power hit to right field. That's an 18. That's going to be too high against the righty. And going after that will be Oliva. He will be near the track. He'll make the catch for the first out. So Robinson flies out to right on that one. And now here's Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 1. So Powell will go. He will stay where he is. Boswell will pitch to Davy Johnson. Boswell, 1-5 against a righty. It's a blank. Johnson, 4-4. That's flied to center field. This time, Ted Eulander will go ahead and get that, and that will be the second out. And now here's Belanger. Belanger is 0 for 1. Powell on it first. He'll stay there. Boswell, 5-4. Strikeout 5. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is over. Third K for Boswell, but the Orioles get on the board. 1 run, 2 hits. A solo bomb by Frank Robinson. It's now 5-1 in favor of the Twins after 4. Top of the 5th. Fans here in Baltimore hoping maybe Palmer can settle down a little more here. Leading off for the Twin Cities will be Tony Oliva. He is 2 for 2, a single and a double. Palmer, 1-4, walk, 14 is high. Oliva, 2-3, and that's grounded to the shortstop. Handled there by Belanger. And Belanger will get him out at first. And now Killebrew. Killebrew is 0 for 2, but reached on an error and scored his last time up. Palmer, 2-2, strikeout, and that's going to miss. Killebrew, a 2-3, and he grounds that to short as well. Another play for Belanger, and he'll make another play to first. And now here's Reese. Reese is 1 for 2. Palmer will go ahead and pitch. 2-2, strikeout 3, swing and a miss, struck him out, and that will end the inning. Second strikeout for Palmer, and Palmer's now retired 6 Twins in a row. We go to the bottom of the 5th. So maybe Palmer has finally gotten in his groove. And leading off for the Orioles will be Ellie Hendricks. He's 0 for 1. Sports Time Machine. Utah Mike joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Boswell, 6-5 against a lefty. That's an automatic out, and it's a ground out to third. Handled there by Tovar, and Tovar will throw it over. Next up is Palmer. He'll bat. Palmer is 0 for 1 with a walk. Was 0 for 0 with a walk. This is the 60s, not 2020s. Boswell, 4-3. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium. 5-5. That's grounded to first base, and Killebrew says he'll take it himself. He's going to tag Palmer, and that'll be out number 2. And now Buford. Buford is 0 for 2. Boswell goes ahead and pitches. 3-3. Wild pitch. It's a blank. Buford, 6-4, and he pumped it up to first base. And into fair territory is Killebrew. And he says he'll get it. And he will. And that will be a 1-2-3 inning for Boswell. 5-1 Twins after 5. On to the top of the 6th. Leading off for the Twins will be Cesar Tovar. And he is 1 for 2. Got a double his last time up. Palmer still has some left in the tank. Not having a good night tonight, really, but that one error did kind of hurt. Palmer, 3-2 against a righty. It's a blank. Tovar, 6-3. This time it's a ground out to short. And that will be taken care of by Belanger. And that will be the first out. Next up is Cardenas. Cardenas is 0 for 2, but has a sacrifice fly. Palmer, 4-5. Hit by pitch. No. Cardenas. 2-4. And that is a grounder to second base. This time, Davey Johnson will get that. And he'll throw to first. 2 away. Next up is Roseboro. Roseboro 1 for 2. Has a single. Palmer. 6-4. Error on a grounder. Roseboro. 4-6. That's a power hit to right field. That's a 17 against a righty. It's going to stay up there. That'll be a fly ball to right field. And Frank Robinson's going to get to that. And he will make the catch and retire the side. Palmer has retired 9 straight since giving up 5 runs on 7 hits. Still 5-1 in favor of the Twins. Boswell actually doing a better job, though, right now as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Paul Blair leads off for the Blackbirds. He's 0 for 2. 5-1 Twins here. Game 1 of this ALDS. Boswell, 5-1, strikeout 2. He'll get him. And that is going to be strikeout number 4 for Boswell. 1 out. A nice ovation now for Robinson, who hit a bomb his last time up. That was his first home run of the postseason. Boswell will pitch. Boswell, 1-1, strikeout 6. That is going to miss. Robinson, 2-2, and it's a base hit. Robinson hits one into left field, and he'll get his second hit of the game. It's the 3rd time he's reached base. Chance now for Powell. Powell 1 for 2 with a single. Infield is at double play, and that is a 4, and Robinson staying where he is. Boswell looking forward to try to get Powell out. Boswell, 5-1, strikeout, 16 is high. Powell, 3-1, that is a grounder to second base. 3-3-4. Shortstop pivot, Cardenas, 0, 1-4. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. Second double play hit into by the O's. Still 5-1 Twins after 6. Top of the 7th. Leading off for the Twins will be Dave Boswell. He'll bat. He still has some left in the tank. They'll keep him out there. He's 0 for 2, though. Palmer, a 3-3 strikeout, and he'll get Boswell there. And that is the 3rd K for Gentleman Jim. 1 away. And now Eulander. Eulander is 1 for 3 with a double. Palmer, 4-6. That's a blank. He's not tired. Eulander, 4-6. That's a grounder to short. Handled there by Belanger. And Belanger will toss it over for out number 2. Cutter Historical joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Here comes Carew. Carew is 1 for 3. He's got a single. Palmer, a 3-4. Possible error. Carew, 2-6 against a righty. That's a ground ball right back to Palmer. His error rating is an 8. That's a 15. Palmer will make an error this time. He will make a throw to first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Twins. Palmer has now retired 12 straight since giving up 5 on 7. But the Twins have a 5-1 lead here as we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Tomorrow night, we will go from one team that uses orange, white, and black dice to a team that uses black, white, and orange dice. We go back to Candlestick Park for Game 2 of the National League Division Series between the New York Mets and the San Francisco Giants. The Giants lead that series 1-0 after a heck of a pitching matchup between Seaver and Marichal. Tomorrow night, it will be Jerry Koosman for the Mets and Gaylord Perry for the Giants. Another good pitching matchup for 69. So don't miss that one tomorrow night. Game 2 of the NLDS, Mets and Giants. A very important game for the Mets as they try to tie that series up. We go to the bottom of the 7th here. Twins have a 5-1 lead on the Orioles. Dave Boswell will stay out there and pitch. And Frank Robinson will lead off for Orioles. He is not Frank Robinson, I'm sorry. Brooks Robinson, actually. Brooks Robinson will lead off. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Bottom of the 7th. Boswell, 3-1, walk. 14 is high. Robinson, 4-5, and it's a base hit. He'll hit that one past third. And Robinson starts the inning off with a single, his first hit of the game. It'll now bring up Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 2. Strategy rolls are off. Strategy rolls are off. Boswell will pitch. Boswell, 1-2. Against a righty. Home run result against a righty. Johnson needs a 6. That's an 8. Johnson, 3-3. And instead he's going to chop it and get it to shortstop. 3-3-4. Second base pivot, Carew 0, 1-4 double play. No, the throw will go to first. Robinson will make second. That's out number 1. Wow, Johnson just did not get it. He went over. He does move the runner over, but that is a ground out instead of a 2-run bomb. And here's Belanger. Belanger is 0 for 2. And Boswell will pitch to Belanger. Boswell, 6-5 against a righty. It's a blank. Belanger, 5-1. That is a grounder to short. That'll be handled there by Cardenas. The throw goes to first. Robinson will go to third. So a grounder to short moves Robinson over to third base, but now there are 2 outs. You'll now bring up Hendricks. Hendricks is 0 for 2. Palmer on deck, but if Hendricks somehow keeps his inning going, Palmer will be coming out. Robinson on at third. There are 2 outs here. 5-1 favor of the Twins. Boswell, 3-1, walk, 12. That is too high. Hendricks, 3-3, and it's a grounder to second base. Carew will get to that one, throws it to first, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. Stadium groans. Still 5-1 after 7. Top of the 8th. This is probably Palmer's last inning. He will be tired after the next batter, as a matter of fact. And leading off for the Twins will be Tony Oliva. He is 2 for 3, a single and a double. This is probably going to be Palmer's last inning. Palmer, 5-4 against the lefty. It's a blank. Oliva, 1-2, and against the righty, it's a base hit. That's going to be a single past second, and Oliva gets his 3rd hit of the game. And now Palmer is tired, and the next batter is Killebrew. And although Palmer is the leadoff batter in the 8th inning, I think you're probably done here. You're done. Palmer's coming out of the game. You can't really allow anything else. So Palmer coming out, and the Orioles will go to the bench. Go to the bullpen, I should say. So right, left, right, still nobody out. So coming on to pitch for the Orioles, they have a very good bullpen, will be Dick Hall. 5 wins, 2 losses, 6 saves, a 1.92 ERA. And Palmer will leave the game with the L, and Hall will come in. He'll be the second Oriole pitcher. Infield set for double play. So now Dick Hall will pitch to Killebrew here. Killebrew is 0 for 3, but reached on an error and scored. Hall, 3-4, range play. Killebrew, 6-3. It's a single pass third, but it's a range play for the vacuum cleaner. His range is a 5. He'll suck it up and blow it, and let's see what it is. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. And second base pivot is Johnson. A 1-5, it's a double play, and he'll get it, 2 outs. Brooks Robinson goes ahead and sucks it up and blows it over for the double play, 2 away. Brooks Robinson going ahead and flashing the leather like he usually did. Here's Reese. Reese is 1 for 2. But now 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Hall, 3-4, range play. Reese, 2-5, fly ball, center field, hit to Paul Blair. His range is a 4. He will get that and retire the side. Nice play by Blair, and that is no runs and a hit for the Twins, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. A 5-1 lead for the Twins. Boswell can still pitch two more batters before he tires. They are going to let him pitch. Dick Hall coming out of the game. The Orioles will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit is going to be Andy Etchebarren. 249 average, 3 homers, 26 RBIs. So Etchebarren will pinch hit against Boswell. So bottom of the 8th inning, 5-1 Twins. Boswell, 6-6, strikeout, 14 is high. Etchebarren, 2-3, and he hits one hard to right field. That's a 12, and that's going to be a leadoff double. So Etchebarren goes ahead and smacks a double to get on to second base. Great management call here by the manager to bring on Etchebarren to start it off with a double. You just don't see managing like that on that other channel with the fluffy cat and the cards that are just red and blue, and that's all the colors they have. That'll be the top of the order. Here's Buford. Buford is 0 for 3. Etchebarren on at second. Boswell will go ahead and pitch. Boswell, 5-5, strikeout, got him. And here will be a big K for Boswell, and that is his 5th. And he is now tired. He is now tired, and now the batter is Blair. They're going to let Boswell pitch. Boswell due to bat 4th in the 9th. They're going to let him pitch here. You got a 4-run lead. They're going to let him pitch. Etchebarren on at second. Boswell will now pitch to Blair. Blair is 0 for 3. Boswell, 3-4, range play. Blair, 2-5. That's a single pass third, but it's a range play for Cesar Tovar. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to be a single. That'll be a single pass third. Etchebarren will not have the speed. He will have to hold it third, but now runners at the corners with 1 out. So they get the base hit. And now here's Robinson. And Robinson is 2 for 3. A home run, a single, and reached on an error. Now the question is, they're going to be done with Boswell. And let me check the bullpen here for the Twins. Twin bullpen is not bad. And it's not bad at all, really. But that's going to be it for Boswell. Boswell is going to come out of the game, and they will leave the ball game. The Twins will go to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch for the Twins is going to be Bob Miller. Miller making another appearance. Miller actually has 1 save already in this postseason. So Miller making an appearance. And he will pitch to Robinson. 1 out here. Infield's going to stay back at double play depth. They're want to turn the 2 outs and not worry about the runner at third. Brian B. joins us here at Memorial Stadium. I think if you were here, I don't know if you were here. Were you? Were you? Yes, you were. My bad. You already were here. Good focus for 9 innings and starting pitching, giving up 10 runs in elimination game. Etchebarren on at third, Blair on at first. They're going to keep the infield back. Miller will go ahead and pitch to Robinson. No strategy rolls. Miller, 4-5, walk. 16 is too high. Robinson, 2-2, and it's a base hit for Robinson. That'll be a single. Etchebarren will score. It's a single to left. Blair, base runner 5, single to left, -2. That 5 will not get him there. Blair will hold at second base, but the Orioles get a run. It's now 5-2. An RBI single by Robinson. That's his second RBI, but now here comes Powell. Powell is 1 for 3, and with a swing and a bat, he can tie this up. Fans here at Memorial Stadium suddenly getting very interested. Blair on at second, Robinson on at first. Now a 5-2 ball game for the Twins. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Miller trying to go ahead and get this inning done. Miller, strategy rolls are still off. Miller will pitch. Miller, 2-3, another range play. Powell, 1-5. That's a fly ball to right field. Going after that is Tony Oliva. His range is a 3, and he will get it. That is out number 2. Blair, a base runner 5. I rolled the D20 just in case he didn't make it. I might just start doing that on the range plays when a possible double or single. So we will make the catch. Blair, base runner 5, hit to right 0. And Oliva -1. A 1-4. Blair will get to third. He will. Robinson stays at first, but there are now 2 outs. That's a big-time fly out on Powell. And now here's Brooks Robinson. Brooks is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Now runners at the corners, but 2 outs now. Bob Miller trying to go ahead and close this inning. Brooks Robinson had 84 RBIs in 69. That's not too bad. Blair on at third, Robinson on at first. Miller will go ahead and he will pitch. Miller, 1-6. That's a pitcher result against a righty. A 1-5 is a single past the pitcher. That's a 5. It's a base hit. Blair will go ahead and score. Robinson, base runner 4, 5 with 2 outs. He will make third. Robinson goes ahead it, and it's now 5-3. Stadium cheers. Yay! So now Brooks Robinson comes through with an RBI. Now it's a 5-3 ball game, and here comes Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 3, but he missed a home run, but not by much his last time up. Robinson on at third. Both Robinsons are on base. Here's to you, Mr. Robinson. So Johnson is 0 for 3. Miller trying to go ahead and get out of this. Strategy rolls are back on. Nothing happening. Brooks stays at first. Frank at third. Miller will pitch. Miller, 2-1. Error on a grounder. Johnson, 3-3. It is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Leo Cardenas. His error rating is a 9. That's a 3. He's going to make an error, and a run will score. Robinson will score. Brooks Robinson goes to second. Johnson is safe. 5-4 now. Stadium cheers. Yay. An E6 on Leo Cardenas. Second error on the Twins. And now here's Belanger. Miller can't believe that Cardenas made the error. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. And the Twins can't get out of it. Belanger is 0 for 3, looking to try to get a hit here. Fans here at Memorial Stadium once again back into this game. Strategy. Nothing on the 8th. Miller will go ahead and set it up. He will pitch. 2-2. Wild pitch. Yes, and the runners will move up. So they go ahead and roll a wild pitch, and the runners will move. And now runners at second and third. The question is, do you put Belanger on first to try to get a double play anywhere? We got Hendricks coming up to bat, but I think you pitch to Belanger. Hendricks is better home run power. They're going to pitch to Belanger. Then, so Brooke Robinson on at third, Johnson on at second. Now a 5-4 ball game. Miller will set it up. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 4. Miller sets up and he'll pitch. Miller, 1-6. That's a pitcher result. And the Orioles pretty much just took the lead. That's a pitcher result against a righty. A 1-5 is a single past the pitcher. That's a 3. And it's going to be a big-time base hit for Mark Belanger. Robinson will score. Johnson will score. Belanger to first. The Orioles take the lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! 2 RBI single by Mark Belanger, and the Orioles have taken a 6-5 lead. No lead is safe when you play inside pitch. As the Orioles have put a 5 spot here on the bottom of the 8th inning, and that will be it for Bob Miller. And Dave Boswell just hung his head in the dugout saying, man, you should have kept me out there. The next batter is Ellie Hendricks, and this does become a Game of the Year candidate. And Hendricks will bat, and the Twins will go to the new pitcher, and it's going to be Joe Grishenda. 4 wins, a loss, 3 saves, a 3.83 ERA. So Palmer is going to wind up with the no decision, and so will Boswell. So now Belanger on at first. Now a 6-5 Oriole lead, and Grishenda will pitch. Grishenda. 5-5, error on a throw. Hendricks, 5-4. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is at the Cardenas. His error rating is a 9. That's a 2. And Cardenas is going to make his second error of the game. Of the inning, I should say. The ball would go to first base since Hendricks is a base running rating of 2. And the first baseman is Killebrew. He will not prevent the ball from getting past him. Belanger will make third, and Hendricks will make second on the throwing error. Stadium cheers. Yay! Second error on Cardenas in the inning. Unbelievable. And right now, and incredible as it is, and now the next batter is Etchebarren. He gets to bat again. He led off the inning with a double, and he scored. So Andy Etchebarren gets to come up to bat again as he took over for the pitcher. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, 6-5 Orioles. Orioles looking for more. Boy, is this one going to be a hard one to swallow for the Twins if they don't, and they better get Etchebarren out. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Grishenda. 3-3. Wild pitch. A possible pass ball. John Roseborough's pass ball rating is a 3. And nope. And that's going to score a run. Belanger will score. Hendricks will move over to third. And it's now 7-5. Talk about implosion for the Twins. Stadium cheers. Yay! A pass ball on Roseborough as he couldn't make the play on it. Hendricks moves over to third. It's now 7-5. And Etchebarren still at the plate. 2 outs here. Still, strategy rolls are still on. Nothing on the 14. Grishenda, 3-5 against the righty. It's a home run result against the lefty. Etchebarren needs a 3. That's a 9. Etchebarren, 1-3, but he will get a base hit to right field, and the Orioles are pouring it on now. Single to right, 8-5 Orioles. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single for Etchebarren. He hits in the inning twice, and the Orioles are just unbelievable comeback here. And the batter is Buford, and the Twins are completely stunned in that dugout. Buford is 0 for 4. Grishenda will go ahead and pitch. It's now 8-5 as the Orioles have hung a 7 spot here in the bottom of the 8th. Strategy rolls are off. Grishenda, 2-1. That's a blank. Buford, 4-2. And it's not ending anytime soon. That is a double to right field. Etchebarren, base runner 2 becomes a 3. A double to right, -2. He'll score on a 1. He'll hold. Etchebarren holds at third, and Buford holds at second. Runners at second and third with still 2 outs. A double for Buford as he finally gets on the hit parade. And now the batter is Blair. Blair is 1 for 4. Etchebarren on at third, Buford on at second. And Grishenda, that's it for him. Twins have seen enough there. They know they can't. Right now, it almost doesn't matter. And the Twins are going to go ahead and bring out Al Worthington. 4-1, 3 saves, a 4.57 ERA. As Worthington coming out. And Miller right now, it looks like he's going to get the L. He leaves with the L now. And Grishenda, even though he came in there, but he's going to leave with the L. Right now, Hall has the W. Runners at second and third, they'll pitch to Blair. 2 outs here, bottom of the 8th inning. Worthington will now pitch to Blair. Worthington, 1-5. Home run chance. Righty, 1-7. 12 is too high. Blair, a 2-2, and it's a ground ball to second base. That'll be handled by Carew. He throws to first, and the inning is over. 7 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. 2 errors, 2 huge errors, and the Orioles have taken an 8-5 lead here after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? We go to the top of the 9th. Leading off for the Twins will be Cesar Tovar. He is 1 for 3 with a double. Orioles are going to the bullpen, and they're going to go ahead. Let's see, right, left. And they're going to bring out Eddie Watt. 5-2, 16 saves, a 1.65 ERA. I'm going to still call it a save situation since the tying run is in the hole. So Eddie Watt coming on here to try to go ahead and get the save. Tovar will lead off here for the Twins, but right now the Twin dugout is completely demoralized. 8-5, Watt, 6-5, range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 2-3. That's a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Don Buford. His range is a 4, and he will get it. 1 out. Fly out to left as Buford will make the play. And now the batter is Cardenas, and he gets a sarcastic cheer here from the Memorial crowd, making 2 gigantic errors. The Twins have 3 errors in this game. Watt will go ahead and deal. Watt, 6-3 against a righty. Strikeout 9. That's going to miss. Cardenas, 2-1. And he hits one to left field. And this time it'll be a play once again for Buford. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And now the last chance for the Twins will be John Roseborough. And he is 1 for 3. Watt, he'll go ahead and pitch. Watt, 1-6, walk, 12 is high. Roseborough, 4-6, and he hits one to right field. That's a 17, but against a righty, that's going to stay up there. Right fielder Frank Robinson comes in, puts out his glove, blop, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Baltimore Orioles commit grand larceny and steal this game from Minnesota 8-5. Stadium cheers. Yay! And that is a demoralizing loss for the Twins. You had a 5-0 lead going into the third. You pitch beautifully, and then you give up 7 on 7 in the 8th, including 2 errors and a pass ball, by the way. Unbelievable victory for Baltimore, and they'll take a 1-0 series lead, and Minnesota is now going to have to wait for their next chance to maybe make up for this loss. Final line score coming up. For the Orioles, 8 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. For the Twins, 5 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors. The winning pitcher was Dick Hall. He's going to get the win. He's going to go to 1-0 on the postseason. Bob Miller takes a loss, 0-1. Boswell and Palmer get no decisions. And Eddie Watt will wind up with his first save. So the Baltimore Orioles would not be defeated tonight, as they will take a 1-0 series lead here on an 8-5 comeback in this series. Oh boy, we'll see if the Twins can come back. Tomorrow night will be Game 2 of the National League Division Series between the New York Mets and the San Francisco Giants. The Giants lead that series 1-0. Jerry Koosman will be on the mound for the Mets, and Gaylord Perry on the mound for the Giants. A must-win game for the Mets to try to tie that series up. The Giants would love to have a 2-0 series lead heading to Shea. What will happen tomorrow night? Mets and Giants. Koosman and Perry, be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. I'm pretty sure this game deserved it. Definitely a Game of the Year candidate. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Baltimore Orioles, as I said, commit grand larceny. The cops are looking for them, but he ain't going to find them. Orioles beat the Twins 8-5, courtesy of a 7-run 8th inning. The Orioles lead this ALDS 1-0. See you tomorrow night.